Right, guys, now I've been going on a bit pretty much of an FPS bender recently, within the past last week, that sentence makes no sense. Anyway, within the last week, I have just been playing nothing but shooters, FPS shooters. I've just been playing them. If I've got bored of one, I'll simply go onto my PC, play another. If I've got bored of the other one, I'd simply load up another one or go back downstairs to my PlayStation 3 or my PlayStation 4 to play another one. And I got Battlefield 2 working, so I started playing that. And then I played some Battlefield 3, and I don't know, just something inside of me just says Battlefield 3 was the better shooter. But any case, you can have your opinions whether you've played Battlefield 2 or not. If you think that's the better Battlefield, then good for you. You've made your own opinion. If you think Battlefield 3 is the better Battlefield, you've made your own opinion, but I agree with you. But anyways, there's been always a problem, however, when I've ever tried to do Battlefield 3 videos, because this ain't the first time I've tried to do this in the past. There have been numerous times where I've tried to do this. And the main problem that always keeps cropping up, if you'd like to use those words for this sentence, is that every time I've tried to record some Battlefield 3 footage, I haven't exactly put on the best performance I could put on, I'd be sluggish, I'd pretty much have tunnel vision, I'd have a poor KD, although in my eyes really in Battlefield 3 and in any of the Battlefield games, if it's something like TDM, if it's something like Rush or Conquest, KD doesn't matter as long as you help your team win, but it's stuff like Team Deathmatch and KD kinda does matter. But anyway, so I've always had that problem with trying to do Battlefield 3 videos, but then I just decided 2 days ago, you know what, I'm just going to stick in my old gatto, because I was doing some Uncharted 3. I was doing something else, I can't remember what I was actually doing, whether it's just Uncharted 3, I'll have to go back and check. But I looked at my Battlefield 3 box and I thought, you know what, I'll just give this one last try. Popped over the disc, popped it in, joined this server, and it's almost like this warrior inside me awakened. I don't know what happened. I could pretty much give a guess as to what happened. I joined a fairly standard lobby, not exactly the highest levels and not exactly the best players. But even then, this performance I put on is probably one of my best ever Battlefield performances ever. But there's probably another explanation as to why I did so good. I'm using the infamous M16A3. If you've ever played Battlefield 3, you will know of the M16A3. Just this gun. There's just something about it, alright? It was the god gun that I can't fully express what annoyance it caused me when I saw level 100 Gold Eagle players running around on Operation Metro or Operation Firestorm or Carg Island or Nosher Canals just bunny hopping about, and every time they weren't bunny hopping, what am I even saying anymore? Anyway, if they weren't bunny hopping about, they would be pointing their barrels of the M16A3s down at you. And because it was the God gun, the Gabe Newell gun, the Jesus of Nazareth gun, it would just annihilate you, alright? The only way to combat it was to be A, very sneaky, B, have an equally powerful weapon like the AEK, or C, just accept your fate and prepare your anus, as it will. But I didn't actually intend to have the M16A3 equipped. I was just playing it beforehand, and I had this sort of challenge I was doing. I was saying, right, only use guns that have appeared in Battlefield 3. So I guess I must have selected the M16A3, and well, I got some of that glorious magic. But anyway, enough of the chit chat. Let's just watch me kill some people. Yay! Now the thing is, I was doubly glad that I got this match as well, Cargyle and Rush. This is probably my most favourite Rush map. Second to, or equal to, Damavand Peak, because Cargyle and Rush has you start off almost like with this D-Day style kind of landing where the attackers are trying to push onto the beach, the defenders are just trying to hold it back. This is almost like a modern day version of D-Day essentially. If they would have done this in Battlefield 1943, they could have literally just done D-Day as a Rush map. A Rush exclusive map, because you start off on the beach, you have to fight on the beach, you have to take 2 MCOM stations on the beach, you then have to push up inland until you hit the final MCOMs, and that's it. They could have done this for D-Day, you know, start off like actually trying to take out, you know, Nazi encampments which could have had MCOM styled stations in them or whatever. You just take them out, then you move up. That could have worked for 1942 and 1943 Battlefield, but unfortunately, from what I recall, that wasn't in there, because I've played 1942. I haven't played 1943, so I can't say I fully know whether D-Day was in there. But even still, this map is just epic. Like, I love the whole sort of the fact that it's by a coastline, but it's also a bit of desert terrain, and it's not too built up, the area. It's still old school kind of Battlefield. There's like small buildings and stuff which you can hide in, where you can have sort of close quarters combat, but even then it's still classic Battlefield. It's open ranged combat. You gotta stick with your squad, because if you try to flank around this map, you really gotta have your squad on you, because one sniper bullet, you're dead. Sayonara, sucker. Another one bites the dust. But as for me in this game, I was using the M16A3, so I didn't even need my squad. All I just had to do was show it to my squad and be like, yeah, I don't need you fellas, I got my M16A3 ready, so I'm just gonna annihilate you. In fact, that's why I want to get started. If any of you have ever played Battlefield 3, leave it in the comment section below. What was your favourite map to play Rush on? You can leave reasons as to why it was your favourite Rush map to play on, but leave it in the comment section below. However, if you haven't played Battlefield 3 and you've played Battlefield 4, I will take some submissions from that. However, I'm more likely to take second assault submissions. So we're talking Operation Metro 2014, Gulf of Oman 2014, Operation Firestorm 2014, Caspian Border 2014. In fact, Caspian Border, just to think of it, that was just another sick map, Rush map as well. I've played that on Battlefield 4. That is a sick Rush map. However, it's kind of ruined in Battlefield 4 because of the whole Revolution event. You know, where you can bring down the sniper's tower. Well, no MCOMs are around it. That area of map is hardly ever used unless you are either a sniper on the defending team trying to hold that position and just snipe down onto the attackers, or if you're the attackers just trying to snipe up range onto the defenders once the attackers have pushed up. It's never used in that map, so it's kind of ruined. Like, the revolution, that just becomes pointless. What's the point of bringing down a big sniper's tower if it's hardly ever going to be used? I mean, it can be used, it's just you have to be a very good sniper to get up that high, pull out your rifle, either bipod it up or just use a straight pull bolt and start sniping down below. The discussion of the Battlefield maps, as we're going to call this. But yeah, like I was saying, Cargyle Island, to me, it has the perfect mix of open field battles and close quarters combat. Now watch this. I've flanked around behind all the enemies. I've got the silencer and I've got a silenced pistol. So I'm thinking, alright, I could do some damage here. So I come behind him. I'm going to take your tags. Thank you very much for your contribution to the Hunting Shark 1 dog tag charity, where I just collect tags and I give them to myself, really. It's a good charity. Good charity. But now, to be frankly honest, I was crapping myself here. I was royally crapping myself when I didn't kill anyone with that spray. I was literally bricking it. I was thinking, oh crap, I've alerted them to my presence. Even though I have a silencer, I've alerted a couple people to my presence. I'm behind enemy lines. I have no squads here. I am by myself. But out of nowhere, I really just dig deep to find my inner macabee, which is Hebrew for warrior. I find my inner macabee and I just pull this out the bag. I managed to fight my way back towards the MCOM station, back into sort of friendly lines, and I kind of fail at gunning him down, and I fail at gunning him down. You know, I get kill assist, and then I do some weird kind of jump over the fence. But I walked away from that thinking, how did I just do that? And then I focused on killing everyone else around the area, unlocking the flash suppressor for the M16A3, a very powerful attachment for any weapon. But I was running low on bullets. I only have 30 rounds spare, 31 bullets in the clip. I really was running low. I was thinking, right, I have to pick something up. I have to pick up another class. I wasn't going to risk trying to go for one last burst with the M16A3, so I pick up this engineer kit, and it's the M4A1. Oh my luck just keeps getting better and better at this point, because the M4A1 is pretty much the carbine version of the M16A3, and plus it has the holographic sights, the foregrip and the flash suppressor. I pretty much have M4A1 with red dot sight, foregrip and flash suppressor, so this weapon is already being comfortable in my hands. So I'm thinking, alright, now I can just push up. I'm waiting for the map to open up so we can push up, take the final MCOMs. An attack order gets placed on the BMCOM, but I decide to flank off to the left. Instead of just charging upfield like an idiot, I decide to flank off to the left so I can come around behind, come around the back of the final building, storm through to B, cap that, well take that, then I can turn around and focus on attacking A. But here we get into a little situation. A soldier spotted me and a rocket came flying over, so I'm just going back and forth. I don't want to be killed before I move up. And I get a lucky kill as he comes to try and stab me. I have spider senses tingling. I just turn around, gun him down. So I'm pretty much just jumping back and forth over the fence, and I just remembered that I'm using an engineer kit because I tried to pull out a health pack. But anyway, I decide now's the time to really move up, to try to make the final push essentially. My health climbed all the way back to 100% health. And here's where things can get really hairy. If you're not careful around this area, things can just get hairy, like so. I didn't manage to put him down, so I had to resort to the M9 pistol. But because I'm not using any silencers on this kit, because I picked up from someone else, everyone knows now that I'm here. I've opened fire. So I was bricking it. But unfortunately, the streak I had, it had to end at some time. And I get killed by the same player I believe I took his kit from. He respawned later and he managed to kill me later. But I decide to sort of switch around my kits now, because I hate it when you spawn in Battlefield and you've got, say, squad suppressor or squad ammo, then someone spawns in and they select the same squad perk as you. That really annoys me, because it just shows they don't understand how the squad perk system works. If one player has one particular perk in a squad, you don't need to equip that perk again. Okay? You got it? Good. Now, this is a sort of final charge we're making. I decided to be a good medic and revive my teammate and destroy this EOD bot because it's just sitting out in the field like an idiot. But like I said, here's where things can get really hairy. If you've got a couple of ATMs, tanks, helicopters around this place all firing in and around the building, it can be very easy to sort of lose your senses. Like, it can be very easy to lose focus of where everything is, so you have to stay really focused. I still got my silencer, so I try to go for a more silent option, but unfortunately we got this prick sitting in the corner who needs to die, but unfortunately he doesn't die. So I'm just going to go back for another burst. Thank you very much. And I will collect a headshot bonus. Oh! And down he goes. This is almost like the final moments of the match. We're wrapping it up here. We've got the AM comm station armed. And I'm just trying to sort of hold off the enemy reinforcements just bearing down our position. I get revived. I go for revive. I go for another kill, just aiming down, and that's the end of the match. I hope you enjoyed a Battlefield 3 video. I mean, I've really been wanting to try and do this for a long time now, but I finally managed to do it, and look at that. 27-6. That is impressive for me. But anyway, that's the end of the match. I will see you later. Goodbye.